What's up, Clipper Nation? What's it look like? My mood is today. Yes, we are happy. Everyone in Clipper Nation is happy, but NBA fans, I'm pretty sure you're all ecstatic as well. Even if maybe you don't like the Clippers, or even just you were better hoping that the Hawks wouldn't win yesterday. But if you're an NBA fan and you love to see good basketball, yesterday was a good day for you. And it was even big on news wise, but let's just get into what is the games of yesterday. I didn't see too much of the Sixers Hawks game. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be real with you all. I was I was doing something else, school wise. But what I was able to see is was pretty remarkable. The Hawks had no quit in them, and I'll say it again. The Hawks are real. They're here to play. They're here to win. If they're doing this to the number one seed of the East, I can't imagine what other damage they can do, especially with the heart they have. They're young, and this is kind of why I've always said that experience doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, it's good in some senses, but these are all pro players. Everyone can do a thing or two in the playoffs. They could go off shooting like crazy, they could defend their butts off. The younger people always tend to be the fastest. They don't always make the smartest decisions, but they have a lot of ability to still do what they can and what they were brought in to do. And that's why they're professionals. And the Hawks are really, they're holding it down. They are not pushovers. I maybe thought they were going to get uh, killed in five. And here they are in game six with a 3-2 lead. I hope they close it out just because I'm a fan of what Trae Young is doing to each franchise. The Sixers now, the Philadelphia 76ers crowd now, and what he did to the New York Knicks crowd. It's crazy. And it's what you love to see. He's playing villain, of course. He keeps taunting and, running his mouth, having this little body attitude. I'm a fan of it, especially when he can back it up. He's doing just enough. He's not doing no Luka stuff, no Donovan Mitchell of early stuff, but Trae Young is doing what he can to get his team to win. The veterans, Gallo and Lou Williams. God, I miss that man on my team. They're doing just fine with their core, and they might flame out, but I wouldn't count on it on the next game. I expect the 76ers to pull up into the Atlanta arena and give it their all, because that's all they got right now. They lose this game, they're out for the season, and who knows what kind of changes are going to be made in the offseason for the 76ers. They had a good team. They're just not pulling through. Ben Simmons, just awful the second half. Tobias Harris, not much better. I expect it to be a way better game from them next time, because you don't just score no points in the second half in a game 5. It's crucial, right? But that's all I have to say about the first game. Let's get into the second game, shall we? I was a little nervous. Bogdanovich hitting 6 threes in a row, not missing. Yeah, I was nervous. Jordan Clarkson jacking up these nonsense shots from 3 and hitting them. Oh, it's not what you want to see if you're a fan of the opponents. I'll just say. Never mind that you're a Clipper fan, but if you have these two just lighting it up from 3, being the dominant scoring duo, I guess, if you want to call it that, in the first quarter, oh man, you're in for a long day. And also Royce O'Neal trying to tuck a big game to Paul George. Not a lot of people noticed it, but he was trying to get into his head. Paul George just shrugged him off. He was just trying to back him down, get him off his face, get him off his grill, just to hit a jump shot over him, score on him, get his foul so he could go to the free throw line. Paul George, you owned Royce O'Neal. And Royce O'Neal, I know you're not going to watch this, but you got cooked. And once again, the Clippers, the bench, there's a little thing that's going around for Clipper Nation right now in Twitter. They're calling the Clippers bench, or the role players, the Canoes. I think it's the funniest name you could give a bench. But the Canoes, I like it. It's funny, and these guys are pulling through. The Canoes, Luke Kennard, Terrence Mann with his jam on the Defensive Player of the Year, a third-time Defensive Player of the Year. I was hyped on that one. Reggie Jackson scoring the ball with Jordan Clarkson staying in his face and then just jacking up a long two with, what was it, about 0.5 seconds left on the clock and hitting it. I was nervous for the fourth quarter. I was getting a little irritated by the way Paul George was playing. He was passing carelessly. He wasn't passing with intent to pass or even trying to kick out the ball and finding anyone that was available. He was just throwing it out because he couldn't have the ball in his hands anymore. But the guys pulled through. Even PG pulled through at the end. He trusted his guys. He made smarter passes, less lazy passes, and was able to pull through for the team. Patrick Beverley, I love the way he defended. I love how dirty he gets when he gets on the floor and, just dives for loose balls. I love the way he defends. He's throwing his body out there. He's giving it his all. He may not be scoring at a high clip, but he's doing what he can. Defense and just getting right up in your grill. Kept Donovan Mitchell for a huge part of the game, just scoreless. And I also want to point out, Tyronn Lue, stop playing Rondo so long. I was following one of the Clippers Twitter accounts, a podcast account, and they have this, the plus minus being updated throughout the game. Rondo was at a -9, I think in about 4 minutes. The second time he checked in, it dropped lower to -12. These are not the kind of numbers you want to see from a Clipper. Maybe even a single Clipper, because I don't think there was any good runs while Rondo was on the floor. He just doesn't get the flow of the offense. He can't make the passes that that's kind of a token of him. He obviously can't shoot. Defending, like almost right off the bat, once he hits the floor, he got blown by by Donovan Mitchell. I actually think it was just a 3, and Rondo just played the screen poorly. And oh my lord, I do not want to see Rondo anymore. I'm ashamed to say that we got rid of Lue for Rondo. Of course, he should have been a way better player. You would have expected it. Playoff Rondo was kind of the reason why we got Rondo, but I'm starting to think they were better off going somewhere else with it. But hopefully he maybe gets a good run or two in him in the next game. As much as I don't want to see him, I know he's going to play, especially with a tighter roster with Kawhi Leonard out. I already expressed my opinions on the Kawhi injury. As expected, we all knew it was going to be heartbreaking and we were going to miss him. But damn, Marcus Morris, Nick Batum. Oh my lord. This team is complete. This team is complete. They could only lose if they lose to themselves, in the sense of poor defense, bad fouls, which is huge for the Clippers, albeit, and just making your shots late. In the first game, a lot of missed shots in the clutch. That's all it was. Second game, Terrence Mann passed up a layup he should have gone in for. Maybe in a dunk. He proved he could finish. He finished over a 7-foot French defensive anchor. And I think at that time he only had I think it was Bogdanovich on him. And he passed it down to Batum. A Batum that wasn't even ready for the pass. Anyway, that's all I got to say for today's video in regards to the Clipper game. Today, the Bucks play against the Nets. My only thoughts on this game is Bucks got to step it up. I hope for a good game. You don't know if you're going to get it, but I'm crossing my fingers for it. I want the series to go to 7. I want to see Kevin Durant have a Game 7 in him. I want to see Giannis, play big. Just play big. You don't gotta shoot no threes. You don't gotta go 20 for 20 at the free throw line. Just play big. Get some points, get your rebounds, get your blocks, steals even, and maybe, just maybe, defend Durant better. Middleton can't do it. Holiday, he can't do it. I need Giannis to do it. That's all I got for today's video. Completely. I hope you guys like my Bulls Rodman jersey. It was given to me about 2-3 years ago as a birthday present. And yeah, still fits good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this has been King's Court. Forgot to mention that.